All right, everyone. Welcome back to Local Route Productions. This is round 2 from the 2024 Santa Cruz Masters Cup. Back 10 holes here. Nate Perkins, Shasta, Criss. Look at this. This is one of the signature holes, I feel like, in California. I love this hole.
It's just great. It actually, that aerial view kind of gives you a perspective of what's going on in the lake. This whole meadow is pretty much a peninsula heading out into this lake. There's water on both sides.
And before we get to that 12th with the peninsula, we're playing a monster par 5 here. And
right.
Shasta, the history here, this course was put in for the 2011 Worlds.
Correct.
Right?
Correct. 2010 it went in the ground. In 2011 we had the Worlds here.
And the first thing I heard about hole 11 was the Avery Jenkins 3.
Yes.
He was the first person to 3 it from like 400 feet out.
Yeah, he was 450. I witnessed it, actually. I was on 2 holes ahead. I was 2 holes ahead of him and saw the shot come in. And it was screaming. And I remember, oh, this needs to sit. And then it just hit dead center. Eagle, full smash driver.
It's incredible that you saw that shot that I was referring to. And we're going to see how hard this hole actually is, because it's 1288, guys. And it plays a little downhill, but it doesn't feel that way because you go up, then down.
Yep.
And your second shot is likely slightly uphill. So
it is. I mean, this first shot is definitely downhill, and it's one that you feel like you'd want to bite off a lot of distance to get a good chunk of that 1,288 feet, but you do not want to go to OB.
Yeah, we saw Ezra make that mistake there. Heisern out left OB. It's a nice flex there from Kramer.
And this hole's playing even extra long because you're not getting any forward skips whatsoever.
Yeah.
You have to fly all of this distance.
And we're playing into just the slightest headwind today as well. Maybe head right to left. And the rotator cuff getting a little tired here after the 900th forehand of the season for Chandler.
It's a lot of wear and tear on that.
It has to be.
Yeah, this is, if you notice, it's a 1,288 foot hole with not a single tree on it. All you have is this undulating fairway and OB on both sides.
That needs help,
and you
Shasta.
can't really see the basket until the last 350 feet.
Oh, and it climbs back in.
Yes.
Ezra needs to get up and down from here for the par.
He's still well over 400 feet from here.
D1's fighting. That'll be an uphill putt. Okay,
he got the distance.
He's right there. You can hear that osprey calling in the background. So what's the deal with this lake, Shasta? It's like everyone told me how polluted it is.
Oh,
is there
yeah.
some dumping, or do you know what the had algae bloom, or
it's Watsonville is a big agricultural area, so around this lake in this area there's a lot of agricultural fields, probably for the last
some runoff
decades and decades. And back when they used to use heavier pesticides for growing, it's kind of a low point, so all the agriculture. And then so basically I think 20 years ago or so there was a test on 100 random lakes in California, and Pinto was one of them, and it was the #1 most polluted, and they figured it was because of the agricultural runoff. And then carp. It's got a really bad carp infestation, and the carp never lets anything settle on the bottom.
Yeah, eating all the vegetation.
Correct.
Stuff. Okay.
So it's kind of one of those phenomenons where normally a lake would be able to heal itself and bury that kind of stuff, but it's
Well, Ezra got the par, Shasta, after going OB.
That's pretty amazing.
That's good.
Yeah, getting this hole in 4 shots takes a lot.
And this is what I feel is the signature hole here at Pinto, downhill, 430, and you could play the big hyzer over the top, but there's enough OB that we don't see a lot of people doing that. This gap right here is the premier line, and it's a tough birdie. You'll remember if you shape this one.
For sure. You can't really see the post, but there are keeping you honest on both sides. There's wooden posts, so you can't really flare off either side. This needs to get down. That's what I was talking about. That is definitely OB. And probably in a sea of poison oak. Josh going with the big hyzer. It's kind of surprising. That's not really his kind of play, but... All right.
Wow.
Catches the Guardians.
Get down. Okay. That's all you want to see when you hit those live oaks.
Yeah.
Probably the best catching tree out there.
Yeah,
Those
especially
oaks.
this time of year right now. The spring growth.
It's a fine line for the forehand over there on that left side.
Yeah.
This course is playing a little tougher for him than De La, I
Yeah.
think, for that forehand.
It's always kind of never really been known as a very friendly lefty course. And being a forehand-only player is kind of like being a lefty.
He's a lefty.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop rolling, please. Thank you. Yeah, you.
Yeah, Mac's not finding the rhythm right there from the straddle.
Beautiful shot of the Pinto Lake in the background. There's actually some good bass fishing
I
in
was
there.
just about to say, I bet those radioactive bass probably
Oh, yeah.
get pretty big in there.
Oh, yeah, there's some big ones. There's definitely some 10-pound plus bass in there.
Really double
yeah.
digit.
Mm-hmm.
Bogue's the average score out here on number 12.
Yeah,
3
it's
over.
a tough one.
This is another tough one, Shasta. 500 feet, you don't have a ton of room to work it right.
Yeah, we're playing the second pin here, not that first one.
Yeah, you've got to draw this one in the whole way. Another one that probably didn't see a lot of birdies this weekend.
No, and this is a kind of a new pin that they put in. It actually can come into play on hole 9, which was a few holes earlier.
Look at that roll.
Wow. He was OB and bounced right back in. I'll take that one.
Ezra's really been leaning on this D1. That's nasty. That's up in the ballpark right there.
Wow, there's a stake right there, though. He's so close. X.
No, there's
wow.
a OB right there.
It just pinches right next to the basket there.
Oh, that's sad. He's gonna get a
This
punish
needs to
there.
bite. Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, Chandler's just kind of trying to hyzer this one safe. Yeah, 496 uphill.
Come on. All right.
It's pretty much a 2-shot par 3 here.
Okay, look cool with you guys? Yeah, fine. Yeah,
See, Ezra didn't he? Oh, okay, he made it to that corner
now. It's
there.
on the road.
He's
Wow.
still a good. He's yeah.
Backside of the wooden stick. Huh? Yeah. Backside of the wooden stick. Hard to say.
I just don't want no one to call you on that.
Yeah.
Right, they're trying to kind of find out where the OB line is with the 2 stakes.
Take it as far back with the basket, yeah.
All right, So he's kind of taking advantage of the rules here where you can take your point of contact in OB and bring it in a straight line from the basket as far back as you want. He's kind of using the rules to his advantage so he can get a better upshot there for his bogey save.
Gonna get bit there after going for that one.
Yep. Yeah, it's kind of one of those ones you're better off probably just playing for the 3.
Yeah, this is the meat of the course out here in the meadow. Things get just a little bit easier, I feel like, as we go back down into the woods. Gets pretty techie, but there's just less OB, a little bit more scoring happening. Starting with this shorter par 4 here.
Yeah, this is a beautiful hole. Hole 14, I think one of the signature shots out here at Pinto. A nice tunnel all the way there. It's almost like you're coming down into the air conditioning after being in that hot meadow for the last 9 holes. Beautiful shot. You really got to throw 2 very controlled shots. First one, you really want to land right somewhere middle left side of this road. Right. Depending on where that lands, that should be a pretty good shot.
I like that over there on the left. You can throw the hyzer. Oh, yeah.
That is perfect from Max.
Up there. It's hard to land a forehand flat at that distance.
You do not want that fading off right at all either, so excellent ground control. That was actually quite a fortunate kick. It kind of put him in a perfect position. Not as far as he wanted, but a great line to attack. It's just a low ceiling the whole way.
C1.
I think that's one of the things I love about Pinto is you kind of go from the meadow to then all of a sudden you're in these technical shots where you just had all the airspace in the world to throw it as high as you want. Now it's like you can't really throw it higher than 6 feet off the ground to stay in. Oh, Max! Almost getting a highlight throw in. He'll take it though. That should have stayed close for a tap-in birdie.
What was he saying there?
I missed it.
Check this out.
Oh, was he? Yeah.
Little forehand roller approach for the bird.
That's definitely Josh's style.
Hey, look at this.
Yeah, when he's feeling it. Hey, make sure you're looking at this one.
Yeah.
Definitely want to watch him when he pulls out his little pistol forehand from the woods. He's always good for one of those.
All right, we're going star frame here.
Yeah. Looks like these guys are happy to be back in the woods. Get another angle at this forehand chain out. Mm-hmm.
14A.
Yeah.
This one, they tossing us one here, Shasta.
Yeah, these next two holes are a little kind of very technical, small little holes.
You can roll away on this, but
yeah,
the grass is so thick right now.
Oh, yeah.
Come on. Oh.
It's pretty straight, but look at that. That trickled away.
Yeah.
It's definitely, you want to land this soft. It should be a putter shot for all these guys. But it's a low ceiling though. You can't get it high and floaty like you want. Oh, he needs this to stand up to match the hill, and that's going to slope down.
Is there OB down there?
You have to go across the road, I believe, right?
Okay.
To get to the OB stakes. Sit down. Yeah, just a little bit long.
Tough par. No one hurts.
Josh converts his birdie. Max and his comebacker. Oh, no.
No way. 3-putt bogue on 15.
That one burns a little bit.
Yeah, that's going to hurt.
Especially being right in there in the hunt of it. He's kind of been playing the hard holes really well, and the simple ones a little bit.
No,
yeah.
He's probably one of the only people that got those first 2 meadow holes.
Yeah.
5 and 6. This one's tricky.
Yeah.
I mean, this gap is 4
It's
feet
tight.
across.
It is. You can see it. It's in between you and the basket. There's also, I don't know if any of these guys are do it. Some people do this little stalling spike hyzer and try to land it right through this little window on top. But
I think we're going to see 3 spikes.
Are we? All right.
I think so.
Josh, he likes to throw putters straight. A little inside.
I think we're going spike here.
Yeah,
Oh, he's
looks
looking
like
low,
He's looking
Shasta.
at the gap. He's a gap hitter.
Oh,
Perfect.
that's clean. Bink. All right, give me at least 1 spike.
What is? I don't. He's probably trying to find some left line. Yeah. No. Max is going down the middle. Oh no, there's the spike. Here we go, Nate. We got one for you.
That looks good. Good luck.
Oh yeah, he'll take that. You're definitely gambling on that shot. The 2-meter and the roll away.
There we go.
There we
Good
go.
bounce back. Three in a row there for Ezra.
Get a little bit of separation from the pack. Navigated that 4-foot gap. No problem. Okay, so here we have hole 17. This one's a blind shot tucked down this hill a little bit in this cluster of oak trees. It's traditionally on this little concrete square to the left there, but this is a tough to access little pin here. I imagine we'll probably see a forehand or two and a little bit of turnover. Flex shot. Or maybe this is just a big straight mid.
Needs a little more turn.
Yeah.
It's fading out a little early.
That's parked on the short.
A scary putt.
Yeah, very downhill, very guarded. This is risky. You really kind of have to push a lot of danger to try to access this pin. Throwing a turnover down a hill where you can't see. It's just
Not a lot of room to miss on the right either. It just
No.
falls off.
It's kind of hard to tell, but there's like a halfway down a guardian tree on the right too that you don't want to get caught up in because, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's a good stick. Yeah, this one's playing tough, huh?
It is.
They're just going to have a lot of this right here. Not a lot of people are going to send this putt.
Wow, he's going for the
Is he
forehand
thinking
here.
about this?
I mean, why? It must be.
Hey,
Oh, wow. About a 40-foot downhill framed putt.
All right.
That was a good pickup.
Getting one on the lead card there. That's 4 in a row.
Yeah. Now he's really starting to separate himself.
Yeah, I have no doubts Ezra's Elite Series win is coming. pretty soon.
Yeah, I think so.
He's been there. He was just there at DDO. Lead card final round. He's got one coming.
Yeah, but he really just needs to find the flow one tournament. I could see him running away with one. He has that kind of game where he just starts birdieing everything.
All right, this is probably the softest hole in the course. 409. They're calling it a par 4. A lot of people are playing the hyzer up over the trees. Right side of that road is out of bounds. Eagles in play here for almost everyone on the card, I would say.
Yeah, I think the hardest part about it is the slope and the blindness. You can't see the pin. You're kind of just throwing this hyzer over OB. Wow. He just one-angled that right to circle's edge, so that was incredible. A lot of time people are trying to get a flat hyzer to get forward pin. Because if you don't get it far enough, you really bring these trees into play. They either can stick or drop you down and roll you OB. That's kind of more the standard attack. Flat hyzer, land somewhere down by the road. Chandler's doing the forehand down the left gap. Oh, up and over. Wow. I bet you that threw the spotter for a loop. 2 meter.
Oh, man. Yeah, been a tougher day.
It's the first 2 meter we've seen, though, in these grabby trees.
Get a little road skip.
Smart play.
Yep.
He knew he didn't need to try to park it there. Just put it 10, 15 feet. Yeah. Oh, Chandler is basically playing with poison oak vines.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah, he's in the old
sitting in it.
in the old foundation of some old buildings over there. It's not really part of the course you want to be at.
Eagle look. No way.
Little right. There we go.
You think it hurts any less when you miss that putt if it's for eagle?
I think he's still getting a birdie.
Yeah.
He's not really losing any strokes, so I definitely feel like he probably let one go there, but he's not losing any, so
Yeah, I know.
it still feels all right.
Locals making sure to let him know that he was up in the poison oak there.
Right, yeah. Definitely need a tech new shower after that one. And here we go. Hole 19. Very technical. Most of these guys are you kind of can see this little gap right of all these oak trees. They kind of trying to get it in there and dump it towards the pin. That's a little inside.
Ooh.
Catches the tree. And rolls to the bottom. Back's a little wide, but he gets through there. 20-footer.
This little tree love there. Forcing the forehand on the Annie.
Yeah.
What?
He just kind of burned that into the hill.
Burned it in
and just yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of spun into place. He almost threw a roller into the hill there.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of looked repeatable. It's like there's not much friction there. If that was into grass, it wouldn't work that way. But with the fact that it's hard pan and kind of slick dirt. All right, here we go. The final hole out here at Pinto Lake Championship Disc Golf Course. A little dog leg left to right, tucked down here into these eucalyptus trees. Very guarded, a very specific line. Could be accomplished with a turnover or a forehand, but this OB on the left, you really have to flirt with it. And usually any kick will kick you OB.
Yeah, the forehand's tough to get all the way there. You really have to kind of flip it up flat after it hyzers out of your hand. The backhand has a little bit more space, but it can...
Right. This is the birdie play. Max was playing for the par
looks-
there. He just dumped it down to the bottom.
That looks so good. If
There you
it
go.
can miss the last one, that's
I kicked
OB.
over into hole 2, and that's
right away.
out of bounds.
They're going to try and flip up this boss here. One of his favorite molds to throw.
Kept it low. I like that. Kind of kept those late trees out of play. And if he hits him, it was going to be low. Harder to kick OB.
And Ezra loves this shape. And getting a little lucky.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yep. Definitely have to get a little lucky at the end to avoid
Yeah.
those, but
Chill. They like to roll off those eucalyptus
right.
trees,
It's
don't
like
they?
a little ramp. Yes. It settles for him though. All right.
Good to see Josh on camera, though.
Definitely.
Always entertaining disc golf.
No surprise. Glad to see him healthy and in the mix. Finishes off a bogey. I'm sure he'll probably be happy to go get a final round down out there at De La, one of his favorite courses to play tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a great tournament course. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's good to see Pinto get some love. I know kind of De La is the star of the show here in Santa Cruz County, but this course is a great one. Good championship course. Good to see some PDGA tournament coverage here.
Yeah, thanks for joining us here on this local route production of the Masters Cup. Taking a look at the leaderboard. Ezra Robinson just has 3 over Max, and the other local, Trent. And then Jacob Blair is joining us again on the lead card. So we got 3 pretty much locals.
Yeah.
And then, one of the top 20 touring guys on the DGBT going to try and win his first Masters Cup that he's playing. So taking a look at the top 10 there, we got Dylan Horst from Pennsylvania, Dustin Keegan back at it.
And Chandler Fly down there at the bottom of the leaderboard. Yeah, it should be fun, exciting. I know they're going to move some of the pins shorter, so it's going to be a little bit more birdies tomorrow at De La, I think.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you for round 3. Peace.
Peace.